Hello, my beautiful beings. It's Cecilia, and today we are going to be talking about crystals for the third eye. So, before we get into what crystals I recommend, let's just talk about the third eye chakra. So, we've talked about all the ones below. We have 7 main chakras going up our spine. The third eye is the 6th chakra in these main chakra points that you generally learn about and focus on first. If you haven't watched the other chakra videos I've made, I highly recommend starting with those. Start from the root up. It's very important to have a solid foundation. The third eye is a really highly talked about chakra, and it's just as important as all the other ones. So you never want to, focus too much on one chakra. Obviously, follow what feels good and what you feel called to work with and heal and unblock and activate. But when you're first getting into spirituality, like the third eye is the most exciting one for a lot of people because that is the center of, higher vision and all sorts of fun stuff. But it is important to have that grounding and that really solid, beautiful base. I can say from my own experiences in this spiritual awakening, I didn't just straight focus on the third eye. I did focus on working with it with crystals and also changing things up in my diet, which I'll also talk about. But I really was focusing on all the chakras, and I can say when my third eye activated and opened to a higher degree, it wasn't scary at all. It wasn't like shocking or anything like that. And I think that is the power of working with all of your energy centers instead of just focusing on the higher ones. I have heard stories of people focusing or opening the third eye and the crown, and it's kind of overwhelming. Not that anything bad or scary comes of it, it's just more gentle. It's a gentler initiation if you choose to focus on all of your centers instead of just those higher connections. So anyways, there's nothing bad, there's nothing scary, there is absolutely nothing to fear. I just wanted to be sure to share that message because the third eye is really exciting, and work on it, but also make sure you're working on your other chakras. So before we get into crystals, let's talk about the third eye. So the third eye is your pineal gland. It is a central energy center in the center of your two eyes, a little bit up on your forehead. If you have any sort of crystal with you, just go ahead and bring that crystal towards your third eye. You don't even have to be touching your head, but bring it close and you will start to feel, just slow down, and you will start to feel some sort of movement, some sort of energy opening up, lightening, depending on what crystal you bring towards it. So really all crystals are third eye crystals because this is a very sensitive center in your body, an energetic center, and you'll find that pretty much any crystal that you can bring up to it, you can feel. And there's some that are definitely stronger than others, but it's just one of my favorite ways. When I first get a crystal, I'm just like, ooh, what does it feel like? I bring it straight to my third eye. So there's always something fun something fun there whenever you get any new crystals. That's a fun way to kind of tap into their energy pretty quickly. So when the third eye is blocked or underactive, there is definitely some lack of perspective, higher perspective. There's kind of this being trapped in this material, physical world more so. There is an inability to see a bigger picture. When it's overactive, there can be too much activity going on and difficulty focusing on the physical world in front of you, the present moment. It can be just like out of body in a lot of ways, like in waking and in sleep. So it's good to definitely, with all your chakras, find a balance, see what you need to work to put more awareness and energy into, and then also balance out and relax. So a balanced, open third eye chakra, you will be, with all of your chakra centers, you will be aware to higher perspectives. You'll be able to see visions, different dimensions. You'll be able to tune into different ways of seeing, but it won't be overwhelming. It'll be a good, perfect balance between this physical world that we all know and love. Maybe not all of us love it, but this physical world that you're used to, the normal, regular, material 3D world, and then there'll be a good balance between that and having this higher perspective, tuning into visions during meditation, downloads, that kind of stuff. So this is a really fun chakra for sure. On top of working with it in meditation and crystal activations, it also really responds to the kinds of foods you're eating. So it's really important on this spiritual journey, when you're starting out and starting to learn about all of these things, start to really clean up your environment as much as you possibly can. Drinking filtered water that does not have fluoride added. Fluoride calcifies your pineal gland. It actually blocks that chakra off. I wonder why it's in the water. I wonder why it's put in all the water and food. Eating organic as much as possible. There's all sorts of stuff added to foods. This isn't to be scary. There's truly nothing to fear. This world is built for us, and this awakening is happening for you. But as you are learning about all these things, it's really good to protect your energy and protect your body, your mind. Clean these things up as much as you possibly can. Drinking filtered water is a super easy switch. Eating organic as much as possible. It's worth the extra investment, in my opinion. Also, fluoride toothpaste, it's actually, if you do research into it, it actually isn't good for your teeth to use in that excessive amount. So get toothpaste without fluoride. It's really simple, easy switches that you can do just within your lifestyle. And also, I would say anything that activates your imagination, that kind of is that third eye energy where you can really get lost in like a daydream. Maybe to balance this out, do a little bit less TV, a little bit less scrolling, and a little bit more reading where you're imagining things, or a little bit more daydreaming, or a little bit more going outside and spending time off of consuming and instead imagining. So those are some other tips about the third eye. Let's get into my favorite third eye crystals. So I gotta say, I think this is my favorite crystal for the third eye. This is azurite. Azurite is a very, very beautiful, activating, I'm just gonna be putting these stones on my third eye the whole time, y'all. Beautiful, activating, yet so gentle stone. I actually, for this crystal in particular, I was like, I want a freaking headband so this can just like live on my face, because it feels so good. If you start working with crystals and you start putting them on your third eye, it just feels so good. You'll know what I mean. But this is just one of the best feeling crystals for the third eye. It's very gentle, very beautiful, very activating. yeah, it's like a little sip of water for your third eye. It's like so refreshing and so good. So this is azurite. Highly recommend. Another one of my favorites is spirit quartz or amethyst. So the third eye chakra is purple. That is the color. So pretty much any crystals that are purple, you know, we do the rainbow all up the spine, but also just trust your intuition. It doesn't have to be purple. It doesn't have to be any of the ones I mentioned. If there's a crystal that you want to stick on your third eye that is like red or whatever, go for it. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. So amethyst, spirit quartz, this feels so good. Crystals literally, like, they are like drugs to me. This is so good. I'm serious. I also really love when they have like flat backs. They're perfect. You can lay back and meditate with them and they just chill on your forehead. So this is spirit quartz. It is a specific type of amethyst that is found only in South Africa. Any type of amethyst is a good, because it's purple, it's a good third eye stone. I particularly like spirit quartz, but you know, you're good with any kind of amethyst. It is such a stone of intuition and magic. A lot of people love amethyst for sleep and relaxation. So this could also help you just relax and tune into, you know, those meditations where you're trying to see some visuals, experience some inner world kind of stuff. I don't know exactly how to put it, but spirit quartz, really, really good. Amethyst. It is a stone of intuition and magic. And intuition is really kind of a whole body thing, but third eye, definitely heart center, gut. It is, your third eye plays a big part in seeing higher perspectives and seeing things from a more spiritual standpoint. Okay, so this one might not be in any crystal books as a third eye stone. I'm not sure, but this is Libyan desert glass. It's for sure a solar plexus stone. It is a tektite. So Libyan desert glass is a tektite from Libya. And this, you guys, I like this better than moldavite. Moldavite is a powerful third eye stone. Like, I've got a moldavite ring. I can feel this so strongly in my third eye, but Libyan desert glass, if you're looking for kind of the power of moldavite, but so much softer and gentler, this is it. It's a really, really beautiful stone, and I can feel it very strongly on my third eye. If you're still, you know, still on this awakening journey, as we all are in different degrees, but if you're just starting out and you don't really feel energy yet, that's totally okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we've just been consuming so much fluoride, so many toxins, so much like television and stuff like that, that we just are a little bit disconnected. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with your energy centers. It just means that you probably just haven't slowed down and really tuned in and felt it in a while, but it's not like you're broken or there's anything wrong with you. But for sure, Libyan desert glass and moldavite are really powerful stones that you could probably feel even if you're pretty disconnected at this point, because I feel them very strongly. Okay, continuing on, I've got a piece of labradorite. Labradorite is such a stone of magic and expansion and synchronicity. This is an amazing heart stone, but also I really feel it for the third eye. It is such a stone of magic. It was one of the first ones I got starting out my spiritual awakening journey, and I'm so grateful for it. And it's just so magical to look at. So really beautiful energy, beautiful magic and expansion. So there's that one. I've also got this. This is a purple blue agate. So once again, any purple stones, go for it. Great third eye stones. The agates I really, really find to be very, very grounding. So if you are maybe a little overactivated, you're a little like spaced out, I've been there where I'm like, I don't want to be in the physical world at all. I just want to be meditating all the time. I've been there. I get to that place quite often. Agates are so grounding and soothing. So if you feel like you're kind of like getting like expanding too quickly, or opening and activating too quickly, and you need to kind of slow down and ground, agates are great. So I've got this beautiful purple, blue agate. They come in all sorts of different colors, but this is like a great crystal if you kind of need to decrease the activity level, in my opinion. So another great one, quartz. This is Himalayan quartz. Quartz is technically, it's an all chakra stone. It can work with all the chakras. It's an amplifier, an energy amplifier. I love quartz. It's one of my absolute favorites. It's one of those that I feel very strongly. Oh, my third eye. That was my husband. I feel it very, very strongly on my third eye. And so if you're looking to activate, quartz is a great one. All the chakras, covers all the chakras. You can work with it with any center that you feel. And yeah, go for quartz. When in doubt, go for quartz. Last up, I have opal. So this is an Australian boulder opal. Opals are very, very, very magical and expansive and soothing all at the same time. Really, really, really beautiful energy. I would highly recommend. It's definitely, this feels like an all of the energy center stones to me, but third eye, it is very gentle, very beautiful, and very magical. So if you can get your hands on some opal, it's definitely one of my favorites to work with. So those are my recommendations for all of the third eye stones. Since I've been here talking about it and like putting all these on my third eye is so like open and activated. I feel like a little bit spaced out now. So I'm gonna go and the next video we're gonna talk about the crown chakra. So I'm really excited about that. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember, always follow your intuition, what feels right for you. Truly, you can't go wrong with crystal healing. It's about following what feels fun, what feels right, what feels exciting. There's no exact science to it. I'm merely providing some little tidbits for you to follow your own inspiration with. You can't go wrong putting a crystal to your forehead. Nothing scary is gonna happen. It's all good. Just follow the crystals. Follow the crystals and follow your heart. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the crown chakra video. Bye.